offer a variety of brakes from pick your teams and pick your players to random teams and drafted teams, mixers, and more. We built this app with the collector in mind, with features like scheduled drop times, custom notification settings, and earn rewards on purchases, among other things. And we want to be a one-stop shop for collectors, which is why we've added services like PSA grading and eBay consignment straight from brakes. We are a PSA authorized dealer and offer grading services from value to walkthrough. All you need to do is fill out the form on our website within 24 hours of a break completing, and we will take care of the rest. All submissions for breaks come with a review and wipe down of your card, and you won't be charged anything until we get your card back from PSA. eBay consignment is a similar process where you will need to fill out a form on our site within 24 hours of a break completing for any cards you'd like to submit. All cards will be listed next business day for a 5-day auction starting at 99 cents. And after the sale, you'll have the option to be paid out via check, PayPal goods, or break credit. The links for these services will be in the description of every break. If you have any questions about how the app or how our breaks work, feel free to message us on your preferred social platform. Or jump in the chat of one of our breaks and the break host can help walk you through it. Summer is here and Real Sports Cards is hitting the road on June 16th. I'm talking about the 2025 Real Sports Cards Summer Road Trip, where we'll be virtually road tripping across the country, with a few in-person stops mixed in, giving away something every single day of the road trip tied to the city that we happen to be in that day. All right here on the Real Sports Cards app. But that's just the beginning of the fun, because similar to our collector games last year, you'll be able to accumulate points every single break for a chance to win break credit. The point totals for this will reset weekly, so no matter when you decide to join the fun, you'll always have a chance at the top spot that week. But there will still be a massive prize for the person that accumulates the most points during the duration of the road trip. The road trip begins June 16th on our way to Fanatics Fest in New York City, and will continue through September 7th when we make it back to Minneapolis in time for the grand opening of our new store. We'll have more info on all of this coming soon, which will be posted right here in the app. In the meantime, start grabbing your favorite road trip snacks, crafting that perfect playlist, and filling up on gas, because this is going to be a road trip to remember.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
Ready to rock and roll. We're contending this morning with a break on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, no, we're going to talk.
Andrew's so loud and obnoxious. We just got to make sure that he's not disruptive to us at all.
That's how I feel. I feel like the whole time they're just going to hear Andrew just yelling about stuff.
Just rowdy.
Yeah.
Mr. Rowdy.
At least it's not Titus. Then we'd be in really bad shape.
Right, exactly. Say hello when you drop into the feed. Let us know that you are here and hanging out. We know at least one person is here.
What up, Jake?
He took down the break credit this morning and already dropped the most critical question of them all. So make sure you pop in. Let us know that you're hanging out. We enjoy this. I enjoy this Friday. This Friday hangout.
100%.
I don't always get to hang out in the store.
Yeah.
So I don't, I'm kind of hidden away in my office in the back. And so people come and go and I miss them.
Right.
Because I don't get to chat with them. So I feel like this is one of my opportunities to hang out.
You don't break anymore, so.
I know. I don't break anymore.
We've got some Topps Chrome coming in a couple weeks, though. They're doing Breakers Delight again, so you can step in for that.
Sweet. I'll do some Breakers Delight.
You did Topps Chrome live from the National last year.
I did, out of the PSA booth.
Yep.
So I think it was me and Tom, wasn't it?
Yeah, you guys were both there. Yep.
So this year we're breaking from the PSA booth again. We got invited back, which means we didn't do too terribly of a job. So we got invited back, and I think the plan is to break a little V Friends.
Ooh.
So we might have stashed away a little case of V Friends to have a little bit of fun with at the National.
Yep.
So and to be determined if we can land ourselves a special guest to come and hang out with us. And
super TBD, but we're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. So at a minimum, I think Ryan, the CEO of PSA,
Sweet.
has said that he'd like to join us for a break.
The CEO? Is he the CEO?
Yeah.
That is the president.
Oh, maybe he's the president.
Is it Nat still the CEO?
Well,
Nat is owner
of collectors.
Oh,
so
okay.
you have multiple organizations. Like Nat oversees collectors,
Okay.
which sits above PSA.
Yeah.
So maybe PSA doesn't have its own C-suite.
Okay.
But either way, Ryan's top dog at PSA.
Yeah, 100%.
Whatever his actual
title is.
So
we've got we'll probably start getting some of the national breaks teased up in the app soon, so everyone kind of knows what's coming.
I mean, it is not far away. We are just
2 weeks away, 3 weeks away.
less than 3 weeks. Yeah, so it's Wednesday the 30th. So yeah, about 2.5 weeks now, ready to rock and roll for the national. We've got all of our plans locked in and ready to go. So I'm gonna be traveling. I'm gonna be in Ohio next week.
Yeah.
So visiting with family, with Laura's family. So time's gonna fly.
Yeah, you're gonna have a quick July.
Yeah, I'm home 2 days next week before we leave, and then I'm home 2 days when I get back, and then it's off to the Nationals.
Living out of a suitcase this month.
That's right. So, no, it's a good time. This is a good time of the year.
Yeah, it's always a fun time during the summer when
Jake, are you officially coming down? Yay or nay? What did you end up deciding?
I think you've got to answer his question first.
Do you
know what the shoe is?
You're a shoe guy.
I'm surprised you actually don't know what that shoe is.
I have no idea what the shoe is that's spinning in the background of our intro video.
First off, the thing that it's spinning on is super cool. I haven't got one yet, but I feel like I should. We should have one the problem is you probably can't do like a card. I don't know how you'd, because it's a magnet that sits in the upper heel of the shoe.
You just have to 3D print some kind of a
fixture
magnet card holder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it.
I don't do any 3D printing. I don't know
what that is. I don't have any cards that are cool enough to spin around on a magnet.
Yeah, I guess. That shoe, it's not anything crazy special, but it's the Anthony Edwards one from Adidas.
Got it. Yeah, I would never know that in a million years.
It's a sweet shoe. It's actually the interesting thing about that shoe is it's one of the like back when I was super big into shoes in like high school, so like 2012 to 2015, and even a little bit after that, like Nike basketball was the hottest thing, like every single release. And it wasn't just Jordans, it was Nike basketball, the Kobe line, Kevin Durant line, and the LeBron line.
Yep.
And outside of that, it kind of like, as those lines got deeper, they definitely got more basketball focused than like, and they were like, all these players were wearing these shoes, so they were basketball focused, but I don't know if it was like a culture thing or just people stopped wearing basketball shoes like casually.
Right.
And so they didn't have as much hype driving them behind everything. The Anthony Edwards 1 was one of the first shoes that like in recent memory that was a pure basketball shoe that actually came out and had like some cultural relevance. And I think part of that had to do with like, I'm sure you've seen some of those ads that they did of like, believe that.
No.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good advertisements. What do I know?
My shoe era comes from true Jordans, like OG Jordans, and my Air Force Ones.
Stomping in your Air Force Ones.
Yep. What was the shoe that had Air written on the side?
Oh, the
like the big giant.
Yeah, it's the Air Max. The up tempos.
Yeah, I had a pair of those.
Yeah.
When I was playing travel basketball,
You're rocking some PF Flyers. What was it yesterday?
I was going old school Sandlot style.
We're talking about. I just clicked in my head like these guys were playing basketball in air up tempos, and then they're playing like even before that. Like these dudes were literally in flat top canvas
shoes,
Chuck Taylors. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean the PF Flyers. I know people know them. Well, a lot of people know them from the Sandlot.
Mm-hmm.
When Benny the Jet, laces up his black PF Flyers before he goes to take on the Beast.
Yeah.
But PF Flyers are actually like from the early 1900s.
Were they before Converse?
No, they were like in the same decade.
Okay.
As the Converse All-Star.
Yeah.
Chuck Taylors.
Okay.
But this is like you're talking like 19 10, 19, 20
Yeah, that's crazy old
that
school.
these shoes came out.
Right.
Right. I mean, I think of All Stars as like the 50s era.
Okay, yeah.
But they were definitely earlier than that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was rocking some PF Flyers this week.
My biggest regret of Fanatics Fest, obviously we had a bunch of fun. I got to do a bunch of cool things, try all the activities, and mess around. We missed an opportunity to have you lace those bad boys up and do the 40-yard dash.
Yeah, no, I think I went into Fanatics Fest a little hobbled.
Yeah.
You know,
knowing you were going to be able to get
My
through all
hammy.
40 without tearing something.
my hammy is at risk. Well, who was it? We saw. Was it Joey Votto or no? Sean Casey.
Yeah.
Another Reds legend.
Yeah.
Sean Casey.
To be fair, I don't really know who Sean Casey is.
Wow.
Believe it or
So
not.
we go back and forth between me not knowing what a sneaker is,
and me not knowing
particular, and him not knowing the mayor, Sean Casey.
Was that his nickname?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. He wasn't actually a mayor anyway.
He was not actually the mayor of Cincinnati.
Well, no, I figured not the mayor of Cincinnati, but that'd be wild if you had the mayor of Cincinnati playing baseball for the Reds at the same time.
So Sean Casey played for the Reds, was a stud, but was playing in a Savannah Bananas game.
Yeah.
And was trying to, I think he was trying to leg out a double.
Yeah.
He was trying to leg out a double and pulled his hamstring like off the bone.
Yeah.
Was like, yeah. And this was like the week before Fanatics Fest.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I felt like sympathy pains in my hamstring.
Just seeing that play out in your
I
head.
was like, oh yeah, I don't really want that to happen to me at Fanatics Fest.
That's funny. Speaking of Sean Casey, as I'm talking about players that I haven't heard of before, you were really excited and brought up to me a couple days ago. Topps teased an autograph signer.
Yeah, for Topps
in
Chrome.
Topps Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
And you did the same thing last year, and I think you proved Jake wrong actually.
Last year I was super pumped about Fernando Valenzuela.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure Jake totally panned it and was like, whatever.
Crappy auto.
Junk card.
And he sold really well.
And Fernando Valenzuela ended up selling phenomenally.
Yep.
All right, so there's a new sheriff in town.
And another
international legendary international Dodgers pitcher has signed. He sneakily signed some cards for Series 2.
Yeah, because we saw him tease it on Instagram or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my goodness, he's got autos in Topps Chrome. Then we looked him up to see like when his last auto was.
We're like, wow, he signed in Series 2. So now in Topps Chrome, so his first Chrome autos, Chan Ho Park has signed for Topps. And I am ready for another Dodgers legendary pitcher to have some nice market pop on these autos. So there you go, Jake. Chan Ho Park. You heard it here first. Gonna be big time.
Big
time. Back. In the words of Domingo Ayala.
That's who they need to get as a legend signer.
Right? So that's been done.
Panini did it first.
Panini did it first.
Yeah, I don't know. They probably did release a full checklist already, the legend signers. But yeah, that was one that I definitely. We looked up his stats. It's like, oh my goodness, another dude that pitched 17 years or something like that into like 2005, I think.
It's legit. Chan Ho Park is legit. And Emil did not know who he was.
I don't know.
So it's amazing that you can learn. Being a baseball fan, you can learn about a baseball player who played in the last 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's wild that he played in 05.
Yeah, he played while you were alive.
Yeah, yeah. I was still young then, obviously.
Right.
I was 8 years old.
Sure, but like, he was a relevant player. Like, that would be like me knowing Robin Yount. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
That's a little different. And these some of these pitchers, but it's I mean we're kind of talking about too, like with that, just the generational gap. Like I mentioned, I always love it when Topps throws these new signers in because I get to learn about different players that I didn't know that are before my era. But no one in my friend group, peer group, grew up talking about Chan Ho Park. Like Like, he just wasn't
Yeah.
he just wasn't relevant at all. And I'm sure you had a handful of guys. Like, obviously, you probably dug deeper into some of these random guys in baseball than I have. But like, there are guys that were your dad's era that
Sure.
kind of fell behind the wayside that you and your friends didn't care about.
Yeah, one thing that was different a little bit for me is when I was collecting as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I got introduced to older cards.
Oh, okay.
So my Uncle Mike had a bunch of cards that he had collected as a kid.
Okay.
And whenever we would go as a family to visit them in Indiana, like I would end up like disappearing into Uncle Mike's old bedroom where like his baseball cards were still there.
Right.
At my grandma and grandpa's house, I would end up disappearing up there
Mhm.
and like spending hours going through these baseball cards.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think that's a difference. Is like I saw all of these players. I might not have known how good they were or anything like that, but I was pulling out these cards. I was reading the stats. I was
Right.
really getting into it, like totally nerding out over these old cards.
Mhm.
So that introduced me to players that I would not have otherwise gotten to know.
Right.
So, but I spent a lot of hours upstairs looking through old baseball cards at my grandma and grandpa's house. So.
I'll just keep waiting for Tops to get these old dudes to sign.
I remember one Christmas I got as my Christmas gift from Uncle Mike a handwritten voucher for me to pick out 50 cards from his collection.
That's awesome.
And I got my Beckett out.
Yeah.
I got my Beckett out.
And
I was going through, like, looking and learning what the valuable cards were. And so now I'm, getting introduced to Ricky Henderson rookies and Ozzie Smith rookies and stuff like this. Because he wasn't actually that much older than me. He was like a decade younger than my mom.
Got it.
Or is a decade younger than my mom. So like I'm looking through these cards that are about 10 years before I started collecting.
Right.
But I'm going through I'm hammering that Beckett because I get to pick 50 cards. And I'm pulling out all the, Nolan Ryans and Ricky Hendersons and Ozzie Smiths. From the late 70s and early 80s. Sweet. So that was one of my favorite probably Christmas gifts of all time was being
50
able
cards from someone's
to get 50 cards from my Uncle Mike's baseball card collection.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So that was good.
Yeah. What else we got going on? It's been a slower week for releases.
Yeah, I mean we're kind of in the summer doldrums here where things slow down a little bit before they start to pop and what usually happens is like Topps Chrome comes out right before the National or at the National and then the rest of the year is just like release. We just get hammered with releases.
Yeah, because we're officially done with every 24 baseball product.
Yeah, finally we're right. Dynasty.
Yeah.
Dynasty and Inception were the two remaining 24 releases.
Because Chrome Platinum is going to be in every other year.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like they got rid of Platinum Anniversary and they're going to bring it back every other year.
So 26.
So
Platinum Anniversary.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer. That's a cool.
You just miss rookie classes.
Right.
Missing every other year of rookie classes, is tough. But
yeah.
So
no, Topps Chrome will be good. We'll be ripping some of that at the National, obviously. We've got something cool for the National coming up today that if you haven't seen yet, make sure you get on your schedule and set your alarms for 1:00 Central Time.
Correct. Yep. If you are going to be attending the National, we are dropping some Chicago Dogs tickets for our next in-person meetup. These are suite tickets, like SUITE suite tickets, not SWEET.
I mean, they're both.
They're both.
Double entendre.
They're sweet tickets. And we've got 3 luxury suites at the Chicago Dogs game, which is American Association Baseball.
Which is super fun.
We subsidize subsidize the cost of these tickets down
Mhm.
for these sweet tickets, just so that we make sure that the people that grab them show up because they got a little bit of skin in the game. But we did make some available as Blue Diamond Drop also.
Yep.
So we've got Blue Diamond Drop for a handful of tickets, and we've got Drop if you want to buy some tickets. I don't think there's a limit, right? Do we limit them?
Yeah, I think it's 15 of each.
No.
Oh, sorry.
A limit per person. So
Oh, no.
There's no limit
per person.
there's no limit per
Yeah,
person.
so if you're going with your family, you can grab 4 tickets.
If you're bringing
whatever.
family member or something like that, or you want to invite your buddies or whatever, feel free to grab tickets for the people who would be attending.
Yep. But once they're gone, they're gone. We do have a limited amount. That's what I'm saying. We have
Yeah.
a limited amount of tickets available.
There's only 30. It's three box suites, but it's only 30 tickets that we have available. So you do not want to miss grabbing those tickets.
Correct. Yeah. I'm excited to go to that game. I'm gonna get some merch. Their logo is sweet.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Do you think the hot dogs are gonna be better there than they would other places?
I feel like, it's a Chicago dog.
That's what I'm saying.
For one.
Yeah.
Like, do they have, like, you go into these restaurants and they've got, like, these different levels of quality of steak, for example.
Yeah, you know all about that.
I
You should
feel
tell
like-
that story.
No, definitely never going to Prime Steakhouse in Blaine, Minnesota ever again. But, like, I feel like there should be, like, a restaurant or a place, and Chicago Dog Stadium's probably a great place to do this,
100%.
where they have, like, different, like, levels of hot dog.
So like the base
You got your
hot
dollar,
dog,
you got your
the
dollar
dog.
dog. That's all the throwaway parts.
Yeah.
And then like your Wagyu dog, or your Kobe dog.
A Wagyu dog would be wild. That sounds really good.
I mean, who knows?
I don't know if you could. Is it sacrilegious to grind up a Wagyu steak into it and put it into a sausage machine?
Of course not. Of course not. We can do whatever we want.
Well, they do it with burgers. They have like Wagyu sliders and stuff. So why wouldn't you be able to do a all beef Wagyu hot dog?
Wagyu hot dog.
Sounds really good, actually.
Yeah, like, so, why can't we have like dollar dog night and like $40 dog night?
High-end dog night.
You put like luxury toppings on them, like truffle oil, or I don't know what else is luxury.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, a little gold flake, edible gold flake.
It's a good idea. We should propose this to
A
them.
little bit of salt.
Yeah, you need the salt bay to get in there.
I'm down. I'm down
that's
for the
ridiculous.
Wagyu dog at the Chicago Dogs game.
All right. Well, my expectations are high now for that game.
Yeah.
But no, that's gonna be fun. So that's the Friday of the national. So August 1st is that game. So we're hoping everyone can join with us because it's gonna be a good time. The whole national's gonna be a good time. I'm excited.
So Switch Wolf says American Wagyu is fine to grind, but like Australian or Japanese, like
That's not. I'm pretty sure it's like a law in Japan that you can't
adulterate Wagyu.
I don't know if
steak.
that's the word for it, but yeah.
Well, that's the word.
I think that's technically. I would say like deface. You can't deface the steak.
Let's see. They mean the same thing.
For sure, a law in Japan against that. It needs to be with how well they treat those cows.
They're not out there actually massaging the Wagyu cows. That's a wives' tale.
Seriously?
That's a wives' tale.
Come on.
No.
I don't believe that. Actually.
They don't actually.
I've for sure seen the videos on TikTok where they're on the cow's butt, just giving it a nice massage.
AI generated.
No, I think it's true.
No.
I want all
that
my
definitely-
steaks massaged well for
wives' tale. They do not massage the Wagyu.
I can't believe I got fake news on Wagyu.
You did. You did. That's probably how Prime suckers you into buying a $400 steak.
They didn't sucker me into that. They suckered someone into it.
Oh my gosh. I may never buy something that says market price ever again.
You got to tell the story now.
So Laura and I had a date night at this new high-end steakhouse.
Oh no, it was high end.
Well, you know what determines high end? Just price or the food?
I would think if I'm going into a high end steakhouse, I'm
You
gonna
would
pay
expect
extra, but it's going to be
you would
unbelievable
expect
steak.
like the best food
Correct.
you've
Yep.
ever had.
Yep.
Right. So we went on a date night to this steakhouse, and I'm naming them. I don't care. I'm naming them, and they are trying. It's a new steakhouse. They're trying to be known for their Kobe beef.
Okay.
Right. And I've had Kobe beef. I've had Wagyu. I've had whatever, because I like to have a little bit of fun, like when Laura and I go to Vegas or something like that, right? So it just says market price on the Kobe beef, and like I've bought things that are market price before. Like a lot of times, like a lobster tail will be market price, right? Or the fish, whatever the fish catch of the day is like market price.
Yep.
And so I was like, whatever. So I ordered 8 ounces of Kobe beef.
Yep.
Like Laura got her 8-ounce petite filet for $75.
Yep.
I was like, oh, okay, this better be the best filet ever.
Right.
And then I got 8 ounces of market price Kobe beef. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I've had Kobe before, I've had Wagyu before, like I get it. This is gonna be expensive, but if it's melt in your mouth, then I'll deal with it.
Yeah,
right.
100%.
So we get our food. It's okay steaks.
Yeah.
Like Laura's filet is okay. My Kobe is like, it's okay, a little sinewy, but like probably shouldn't have been sinewy.
Yeah.
I was like, it was all right. Definitely not the best I've ever had. And they brought out our check, and my eyeballs popped out of my head. Now, like, granted, we had a couple of cocktails.
Yeah.
But the check was $570 for 2 people, 2 of us. And I'm like, how does this even happen?
Yeah.
Like, we've eaten at a lot of really fine restaurants.
Yeah.
I've never had a $570
For
check
2 people.
for 2 people. I looked at the line item.
Yeah.
The Kobe steak, 8 ounces, they charged $340. $340 for a not even good Kobe beef steak.
I love this. I like the story a little too much, I think. It's so funny. It's so bad.
I thought I was going to wash dishes to pay for my steak. It was unreal.
You know what they say, if you have to ask the price, you can't afford it.
I could not afford it. Needless to say, we will not be going back to Prime Steakhouse.
Yeah, that's funny.
Again, so,
Jay Morton. Have you got a Jay Morton's?
I've done Jay Morton's. Jay Morton's a chain.
Is there one in Minnesota?
I
don't think I've heard of that. Or is that Morton's Steakhouse?
No, Morton.
Or that's different.
Morton's is different.
Because that's the one. They have one in Rosemont, right? Is that the one at Rosemont? Is that in that hotel?
There's a bunch of like chain. I know Morton's Steakhouse. I know like J. Alexander, and I know like I've been to all of them.
Yeah, like a Ruth Chris type chain.
That's a chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I've actually never been there, to be fair.
Yeah, but I mean, here in town, Butcher's Tail on Hennepin and 12th has really good Wagyu options.
Yeah, I haven't had the Wagyu. Obviously, we've been there a couple times. My favorite's Porzana. For locals in Minnesota, Porzana is really good, and not just steak. Like their steak is really good. It's like a Brazilian steakhouse, but not like a Fogo. But they just like have different cuts and different flavorings and stuff, which I really like. But all their food is fantastic.
Yeah,
they got a cool little patio
you
too.
Get the picanha.
I don't know what that is.
You just like those little like breaded cheese balls.
Yes, that's actually my favorite. Pay $15 for like 5 little breaded balls, but they're really good. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. Maybe we have to go somewhere for lunch.
Wagyu for lunch?
Yeah, we're gonna have to at this point.
Brutal.
Let's go to Prime. Let's get to Kobe.
Brutal. So, grab tickets. Join us for some Wagyu dogs at the Chicago Dog Stadium Friday night.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. So we'll start teasing all that stuff up. New releases as far as that's obviously we got the special breaks that we have going on at the National. We'll have regular releases back home, all the normal shifts back home. We got some stuff coming up next week. So, an interesting product I wanted to talk about this week that I feel like maybe went over people's heads a little bit because it's not normally a big release was Mosaic basketball.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this a few times on Panini specifically on what they're doing to these products and making them different and better. And I haven't seen Mosaic like this ever. And they with the stuff they changed up in it, the stuff they added, like adding logo men, they did it a little bit in Origins, but I think just adding it in as a Mosaic RPA chase with some of the top names and some of these guys. Adding color blasts in Mosaic, like we saw him do it with Phoenix football, add a little color blast action.
Yeah.
It's one of those products that you have to make sure you keep your eye on because it, like I said, not normally like the biggest basketball release, but has been hot. And the secondary market is seeing that as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because, Panini obviously has some changes to do from a product standpoint.
Yeah.
Losing the license,
Mhm.
right? And it'll be interesting to see how much they lean into things like Downtown, Kaboom,
Right.
Color Wheel, Color Blast. These types of things are elements that could carry some non-licensed products.
Yeah, 100%.
So obviously their products are going to change a little bit.
Right.
But it's hard to see Downtown disappearing as a desirable card,
Yeah.
even though it's not licensed. And the truth is these animated cards
Mhm.
don't betray the licensing near as much,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
Yep.
So, like, if it's non-licensed, you're really not going to be able to tell that much on a Downtown or a Kaboom.
Yeah, you look at even like the helixes that Topps is doing. Like a lot of those look really clean, and like the license doesn't matter as much.
It's not so obvious that this is a non-licensed card.
Yeah.
So so it'll be interesting to see if Panini rolls out those types of hits and those types of chases to a wider variety of products in their portfolio.
Right. I mean, that's what we're seeing them do. I mean, Jake says too little, too late with Panini. I like giving credit where credit's due, and talking about Mosaic basketball, talking about Score football, and adding like the NIL autos, which are selling phenomenally well. And granted, I'm biased because we've got Jeremiah Smith's first pack pulled autos that are collegiately licensed, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's different philosophies here from like when you look at it from a manufacturer's perspective.
Mhm.
Panini increased production runs from 2018 to present so much that a lot of people really didn't like it.
Yeah.
They introduced all these extra colors and a million extra parallels
Mhm.
and things like that. But at the end of the day, they still had $200 boxes
Yeah.
becoming $600 boxes in the secondary market, which tells you only one thing: they didn't make enough.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Mhm.
Based on current demand, they did not make enough of that product.
Right.
And that's why it went from $200 a box to $600 a box.
Mhm.
Same thing with blasters, right? They've done all these extra colors for blasters.
Yep.
Well, guess what? The blasters have gone from $20 a box to $60 a box.
And higher.
$80 a box. And that tells me one thing: they didn't make enough in the current supply and demand
Yep.
environment.
Mhm.
So it's tough. Like they could not add things. They could not add all of these wild and goofy parallels,
Mhm.
but then you'd get no parallels
Yeah.
in these boxes because they got to make so many of them.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a catch-22, right? Like the market's so hot and the demand is so high for these things that the only solution for a manufacturer to keep prices down is to make more.
Yep.
But we all know from decades ago, the more you make,
The less
the stuff is worth.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, there's a reason why Prism Purple Pulsar, hobby mega exclusive Jaden Daniels is worth so much money. It's because they're pretty limited. Like they're tough to find. That helps
and
drive
the
price
demand
up.
is insane right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
the
crazy.
market is crazy. That doesn't mean it's always going to be that way.
Right.
It does make it a little bit of a question of do we really want to be sitting on all of these things?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if there's a bubble that's going to pop. Fanatics is just pouring gasoline on the fire of sports fans in collecting, and so all signs point to more people becoming collectors and getting involved, and the demand continuing to go up, not the other direction.
Right.
So, Topps has a challenge on their hands with licensed football and licensed basketball because they have to find that balance of production and demand. I mean, the first year of these licensed basketball and football, demand is going to be unlimited.
And you probably expect them to not make as much first year, right? Who knows what they're gonna try to capitalize.
They're gonna capitalize.
Yeah.
They're gonna make product.
Right.
But they've already had comments that they've made of production may be constrained by the amount of relics and autos we can procure.
Yep.
Because that's another piece that really limits how much they can make.
Right.
Is how many autos can we source? How much relics can we get?
Yep.
Because when you have hits
Yep.
in a box, that ties it up. This is one of the reasons why we saw Panini start to do these releases and focus so heavily on retail, like mega boxes and the Tmall stuff from China and all of these box formats that didn't have hits or were really light on hits. Right? So they went to these different SKUs so that they could make that much more product because they were constrained on hobby by how many autographs they could source.
Right.
And so we may see that again with Topps. We may see hobby being constrained by the hits that they can source. And them having to do more on the retail side or additional SKUs like mega boxes that don't have the same guaranteed hits.
Yeah, because we've already seen products from Topps that are unlicensed shoot up through the moon.
Right. I mean, Bowman Chrome University stuff has done exceedingly well.
Even all the football stuff, you look at Midnight and Inception and even Finest, like these are products that you can't find anymore.
No, I mean, all these products have shot up a ton.
Yeah.
And they're hard to find out there in the market. So, because they're limited by how much how much they can make.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. So how many? We've got a handful of licensed basketball products coming October. Is that what it is?
So they have not announced anything.
They haven't announced anything
on that.
But October's the license, right?
October is when their license starts.
Okay.
I would expect them to do some kind of a big splash in October. We don't know if that's going to be 24, 25
or
release
26.
or a 25, 26 release.
Jimmy Cooper.
To be determined what they do, but I have to imagine they're going to be ready to get the ball rolling immediately in October with something.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of Cooper, Summer League just started up.
Yeah.
Tom is out in San Diego for a conference or some sort of get together thing, I believe, and is actually going down to Vegas for a day or two to hang out with all his Pacers buddies.
Right.
And I think he's going to catch a game or two.
Yeah.
With the Pacers Summer League team.
Yep.
I've always heard the Summer League's a blast to go to.
Yeah.
Like I've never gone.
I haven't really paid that much attention to it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I would hope that the players are a little bit more accessible.
You would think so, yeah.
Like if you're a fan and are like chasing autos.
Yeah.
Like it would be cool if it were more like spring training.
That's how I feel like it's more like
Or
like a fall league, you know, it's an Arizona fall league
where,
type of thing.
Where these players are actually accessible and I'll actually stop and sign.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they definitely bounce.
Right.
Especially in basketball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, baseball guys will hang out sometimes,
mm-hmm.
but basketball guys are like, boop,
yeah,
out of there.
And summer league, it's not all the superstars, obviously, so it's a lot of young guys, up-and-coming guys, draft picks, stuff like that.
That's who you want to get autographs of, though.
100%. Right? No, that's what I'm saying, and I think those guys are just, in general, more likely to hang out a little bit more, I would think.
Right.
But, yeah, maybe we can just send Titus down to summer league and start chatting with some of these guys. I'm sure he'd enjoy that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think it was, Bronny and Cooper, I don't know if they played against each other or what the deal was. I know that the Cavs lost to the Pacers in their first summer league game, so things aren't looking good.
Probably not going to win a game the whole year.
Probably not going to be. We were summer league champions last year.
Oh.
Or last year or 2 years ago, I forget what it was. It did not translate into
Summer league champions.
Did not translate into an actual NBA championship.
It's amazing that you just tooted that horn.
Hey, that's hang the banner.
I mean, the T-Wolves don't have any banners, so I mean, in there, you know, you go into the Target Center and it's all links.
It's 10 links.
All the banners are links all the way around the arena. So, you know, the T-Wolves haven't gotten it done.
That's funny. And speaking of Minnesota sports teams, we got to talk about the Twins. I went to the Twins game 2 days ago, and I was actually surprised. It was packed.
Really?
It was packed.
Are Twins fans starting to get excited? You know, Twins.
No.
Twins win some games and.
Not at all. They're playing the Cubs. And
it was
the
all
cheers
Cubs fans
for the Cubs were twice as loud as any cheers for the Twins. It was wild, actually. I feel I hadn't been to a game like that where the home team is getting like out cheered for by the visiting team. It's like, this is crazy. And the Twins ended up winning, but
I would really like to go to tonight's game. Tonight it is.
Oh, Skeens pitching
against Joe Ryan.
We should go to that.
Skeens and Joe Ryan. I would really like to go to that game.
Yeah, I'm in if you are.
All right. Sounds good. I'm in.
I didn't even realize that Skeens. I knew the Pirates were in town.
No,
I did not know it was.
He was
Joe
originally, I think, supposed to go Saturday, but it is tonight.
Sweet.
Skeens and Joe Ryan.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to go there and see Skeens.
Yeah.
We saw. We got to see O'Neal Cruz when he was in AAA, so we can see him again.
Yeah.
In the big leagues.
I don't know if you noticed, but Jake just called us out in the comments, and is lobbying.
I wasn't talking about him.
He's lobbying to replace us on All Cards Ship. Maybe even at Real Sports Cards as a whole, because we're not, you know, homers enough.
To be fair, the amount
to be fair, he's not even from here, so.
No, I am.
Huh?
I'm from here.
Yeah, but you're an Ohio fan.
Yeah, I was born and raised here, though.
You were born here?
Yeah.
I thought you were born in Ohio.
No, I'm a
then it's even worse.
No, not really.
That you're an Ohio fan.
You're an Indiana fan. You were born out there, though.
I was born in Indiana, dude. I was born in Indiana.
No, yeah. Oh well.
Wow. Might as well be a Yankees fan.
Yeah, because of the Cleveland loyalty is the same as a Yankees fan.
You're telling me that your fandom is not just because of LeBron. Come on. You're like, Cleveland sports because this kid's growing up during the LeBron basketball era.
No, I grew up with a Jim Thome jersey and seeing my dad have a Tim Couch jersey on. Like, that was my first couple memories of like Cleveland sports, like Jim Thome, because he was a lefty and I was a lefty, so I would always like get off the plate like pretending to be Jim Thome. And yeah, Tim Couch for whatever. I barely remember watching him play. And then every other quarterback since then I was a fan of, I guess. And then I'm trying to think of like who on the Indians, like probably like CeCe and Cliff Lee, I think, were the two. I remember one of the first like baseball like video games I had. I would always pitch as Cliff Lee because he was just nasty in that game.
Thome got to play for the Twins.
Yeah, Thome. I think doesn't Thome have the longest home run at Target Field history?
Oh, I don't know, maybe. But I feel like didn't he hit it like his 400th home run or something like that as a twin.
I think so.
Yeah.
Speaking of big career achievements, 3,000. Clayton Kershaw.
Are we staying, if we go to the game tonight, are we staying after?
For what?
Nelly.
Oh, tonight's the Nelly concert too? We can probably get the on-field tickets. Jen and I did it for T-Pain, not last summer, but the summer before. And they have like a special like on-field package ticket. Because everyone else, I think, can just watch from the stands or whatever.
Yeah.
But we went on the field for T-Pain. It was kind of epic.
The last thing, like Nelly is my era.
Yeah.
Not Emil's era. The last thing I want to do is go to a hip-hop concert with Emil because I already look like an old white guy. next to this thug, I will look even worse.
And that'd be great because we'll be rapping.
He's gonna
every
be
single
out
word
there.
It's getting hot.
Oh, I know all the words. I know all the words, but I'm way too old and white to be doing that. I'll do that in the privacy of my car. Thank you very much.
Longest home run ever hit at Target Field is 511 feet, hit by Jim Thome in 2011.
Jake, who's local? Jake, you gonna come to the game with us tonight?
I'm down for the Nelly concert. Actually, that sounds like a great time.
Let's go.
Was Clips your era?
No.
Or were they a little after?
No, definitely.
Okay, they just released an album last night.
Really?
It's really good, actually.
No, I am smack dab
In the
in.
90s. I didn't know how early Clips was.
Yeah, I was smack dab in Biggie, Tupac, Warren G, Snoop.
Yeah, that's
Like that. I was in high school in the 90s.
yeah. I figured Clips was after that.
Yeah, I was high school in the 90s for that.
Okay.
So I was, Puff Daddy.
Yeah. You can't talk about how big of a fan you were.
Puff Daddy? It's a different person.
It is a different person.
Different person.
Right. So you didn't listen to the Justin Bieber album last night either?
No.
Come on.
No.
It's not
No.
that. It's all right.
No Biebs.
Come on.
No Biebs for me.
That's sad.
Shane Bieber's brother.
I know. One of my favorite cards on my PC, it was from Tribute, I think in 2021, I want to say, where they did like, they didn't inscribe the nicknames on the signature, but it was like an acetate insert set. It was like nicknames or whatever. So they have like the nickname and like quotes underneath, like on the bottom of the card. And his is Justin.
To be fair, the concert tonight
Yeah.
is going to be a lot of 40-year-old white people.
I don't know. Nelly did creep into my like young eras a little bit, like because of some of those like super popular songs,
Right.
And he was featuring and stuff. But yeah, I definitely wasn't.
We already talked about Air Force Ones today.
Right. That's a great segue. No, I don't think Nelly's 60. Nelly's he's youngish, right? He's probably your age.
I want to pair. Let's go.
Maybe I don't want to go to the Nelly concert with you. Maybe I'm gonna get the
He's
secondhand
the one-
embarrassment.
He's the one that's going to be embarrassed at the Nelly concert
Who's
tonight.
this old dude I'm hanging out with that's living out his glory days?
And on top of that, I'll be sweating like a maniac. So I'm going to be like the sweaty old white dude. So,
Sounds like a good time.
yeah. All of my dance moves.
Bring them out. Maybe I'll find some.
Bring them out.
We're in the middle of we haven't started, but we're like trying to get some like wedding playlists or like key song type things together. So maybe
Oh, for your wedding?
I'll get a couple from the Nelly concert tonight.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
He's 50. Now he's 50. So you got a couple years on him. You got like 10 years on him.
I'm 44. I'm 44.
Nate might have a couple years on him.
Yeah?
Nate's old.
Nate's not older than me.
Really?
Chris is older than me.
Ah, that makes sense.
Nate's not older.
Jake's older than Nelly.
Chris is old man grandpa at Real Sports Cards in
Yeah.
the sorting shipping room.
Yeah.
So, right on. Well, we have to say it every week. This is an open forum, all card ship. So we do invite any questions comments, things like that about the industry, about our business, about Real Sports Cards, anything that you are curious about. We welcome those. We got about 5 minutes left before we call it a day, but appreciate everybody hanging out. If you are interested in going to the Twins Pirates game tonight, hit us up.
We'll double check to see if there's some on-field concert tickets still available.
Ooh. So, I can go have a good time.
Yeah, 100%. Chris brought up we need more Tommy Twins autos, but I get there's more Guardians and White Sox autos. I feel that's the way they do that with a few guys. The one I come back to is CC Sabathia. Always has a ton of Yankees autos and products.
And you'd like to see
more Guardians autos.
Yeah, but the challenge with that is we saw them do this with Kenny Lofton or somebody.
That was
right?
Coco Crisp.
No, they're not doing Indians cards anymore.
Yeah. So they're not going to be signing.
Right?
Oh, that's interesting. I guess I never thought about that.
So all of these guys who were Indians legends.
Yeah.
Like they're not doing Indians cards anymore.
Right.
So like they made a really distinct change where they stopped doing them.
Yeah, Panini's doing Redskins cards.
Yeah, I mean they stopped doing them. So it'd be interesting to see if they choose to do. I feel like you have to. You have to be willing to do an Indians card.
Yeah.
For a Tommy or a Lofton or a Grady Sizemore.
Right. No,
or,
100%.
Like these guys that were Indians.
That's like it was Coco Crisp and Archives last year. Archives retired. They had all the athletics autos. You remember that?
Yeah, I think it was Kenny Lofton too. I think.
Yeah. Maybe it was. I forget who it was. I thought it was Coco.
Didn't have any here. Kenny Lofton's in the product had no Indians buyback cards.
Right.
It was Signature Series.
Yeah. That's the product I'm talking about.
Signature Series retired.
Yep.
And so we had Kenny Lofton on there, and they don't tell you what teams.
No, exactly.
Right on the checklist, because the players could be on any variety of teams.
Yep.
Topps doesn't put the team on the checklist for Archives.
Right.
Signature Series.
Yep.
So here's Kenny Lofton goes on the checklist,
Mm-hmm.
but then there were no Indians Kenny Lofton cards.
Yeah, when your mind would go straight.
Obviously,
to
you're thinking about Indians first with
Yep.
Kenny Lofton. So they did just bring back Active Player Edition.
Yeah.
August
or something.
Yeah, haven't August 6th or 8th or
Something
early
like
August.
That. Yeah.
I haven't heard if they're going to do Retired again.
Yeah.
But Active Players coming back.
Yeah.
So that's
that'd
exciting.
be cool.
We just got that solicited to us this week.
Yep. That'll be fun. It's always a fun one. Jake asked, are there any major app developments releasing soon?
Not right now. We've just kind of rolled out some small updates.
Mm-hmm.
We changed how the carousels work a little bit. You'll notice that rewards dropped into its own carousel, and we've been teasing a wider variety of rewards because now it's got its own spot. It's not tying up the rest of the carousel.
Yep.
The scheduled carousel.
Mm-hmm.
We added a carousel that you can't see yet.
They're having a couple of the daily drops that have been in that new carousel.
Okay.
In the daily giveaways.
In there. So we obviously have our scheduled breaks that we drop with the scheduled break time. We created a carousel to be able to drop some things that don't have a scheduled live time, things that maybe we think might take a couple of days to fill.
Mm-hmm.
So keep an eye out for that carousel. It'll pop up when we schedule something in there.
Yep.
As an available carousel instead of the scheduled carousel at the top.
Yep.
Aside from that, we're working on a little bit better shopping experience for personal boxes right now. Right now we have to post personal boxes as a separate event and then go live in a different event so that this can stay shoppable while we're live. Because currently, once we go live in an event, you can't shop it anymore.
Yep.
And so we're changing that so we can actually go live in the personal box event and it remains shoppable. So while you're watching that, you can pop down and grab a box.
Yep.
We're also changing it so that we can alter the quantities of these things. So instead of having to list out 10 boxes of something, we can put one box and then a quantity of 10 so we can get more products in. to make them available for personal boxes. So
Yep.
we're trying to improve that experience
Yep.
a little bit. That's kind of what we're chipping away at right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, those would be very welcome additions and changes too.
right.
That just make everything a lot smoother overall.
Yep.
So
Yep. So that's one of the things that we're chipping away at now, and then there's a laundry list of things behind.
Yep.
So we'd like to get to a point where we can integrate our shipping software. So by integrating our shipping software, we believe we should be able to bring back the tracking number from the shipping software and attach it to the order in the app.
So you can go to your
That's
order.
that's the primary goal. So obviously you get emails for tracking, although we have seen that if you pay with Apple Pay, you it's not sending an email with tracking.
Yeah,
and
there's
that's
some
the
flag on-
that's
Apple.
the shipping software.
Correct.
So when you pay with Apple Pay, it doesn't actually communicate your email address to the shipping software. And so that's why there's not emails going out. So it's not anything to do with our app, but there's not emails going out if you pay with Apple Pay.
Yep.
With tracking. So that feels a little bit like a black hole. I would really prefer for people to be able to get tracking. So we're looking at how can we integrate with this shipping software so tracking's attached to your order and your order history.
Right.
And so that's one of the goals that we have there. And so we'll be looking at tackling that one too.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah.
Sweet. Chris asks, what's your number one supplier off the secondary market?
Our number one supplier off the secondary market, we used to really rely super heavily on distributors, like Southern Hobby or GTS or Peach State.
Yep.
Like we used to rely super, super heavily on them. We still restock from these distributors, but really, our number one supplier of secondary market products today is Topps.
Yep.
So the new distribution model that Topps has adopted is they offer us our initial allocation at our original wholesale price, and then they offer us additional product at a wave 2 price and an additional product off of a wave 3 price that's based off of dynamic pricing and the demand of the market and where these boxes are going in price. So our biggest supplier in the secondary market is actually Topps now, with them offering us products after the fact. Sometimes we even get offered a wave 2 price before release.
Yep.
And we have to kind of guess at whether or not that is going to be a good price.
Yep.
So that's kind of how it's evolved. That really heavily impacts baseball right now, but it will obviously impact football and basketball as well with the coming licenses.
Yep.
Aside from that, like Bowman's a perfect example. With the Bowman bounty over $10,000 now, you guys have cleared us out. Absolutely,
Like legit decimated.
absolutely decimated our Bowman inventory, wiped out. And so we've been on the phone with dealers across the entire country trying to track down Bowman.
Yep.
And so, we still have to do a lot of that where it's just reaching out to other dealers. Hey, I need, 10 cases of Bowman. I need 5 cases of Bowman. I need 1 case of Bowman. Can I buy it from you? Can I trade? These kinds of things. So we still do a lot of that.
This may be the first time in Real Sports Cards history that we had a day where we had 0 Bowman in stock. like legit, not a single box of anything Bowman.
Cannot keep it in stock. Wiped out all of our old inventory.
Yep.
Everything. So someone's getting paid.
It is ridiculous.
It is nuts.
Yeah.
Like it's impressive how high this has
At
gone.
least we have a new answer. We get periodically asked, whenever the bounty gets to 4,000 or 5,000, like, is this the highest the bounty's ever been? Like, what's the highest? Like, this is it. Mark this one down.
Yeah.
I think it's near an 11 now.
Yeah.
Like 10-9 for Jay's first break this morning.
That's wild. That's wild. And we're still scrambling to get Bowman. So
Yep.
I mean, Bowman Chrome is not that far away.
No, it really isn't.
Right? Bowman
really
Chrome
isn't.
is not that far
We've
away.
kind of seen some initial like teaser images of guys signing. I don't know. Did you see the Cags and Witt dual autos?
I did. I saw the Kegs and Witt dual autos.
They did a bunch of like
They left messages for each other
right
on those. So that's actually a really fun card.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
gonna
that.
be cool. And then we saw what, who knows what it's going to be for, like a black gold auto almost for
Yeah.
a Bowman signer. That was
Like
numbered to like 15 or something
Yeah,
like
Bowman black gold.
that. And it was a
auto
gold pen signature. If I
on a
remember
black
correctly.
refract, like a it was a really really
It
cool.
looked
looking
super
card.
nasty.
So we don't know if that's going to be in a product like Bowman Chrome or if that's going to be like a Bowman Chrome black
that'd be epic.
issue, like
Yeah.
like Topps Chrome black. If they did like Bowman Chrome black,
Yeah, I mean we've seen
Has
them.
its
We've
own
seen them do
product?
stuff like that with Bowman Chrome specifically before, with Bowman Chrome X a few years ago, and obviously super
or even
different.
that's how Sapphire started.
Yeah, exactly.
Sapphire was just a derivative of the regular Bowmans.
Right.
So yeah, super interesting.
We'll see, I guess.
Yeah. So I don't think we have any plans right now to send anybody to the All-Star Game Home Run Derby. We're doing a Home Run Derby watch party here at the shop in Champlin. I'm not sure if Tom is doing one or not in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't know.
To be determined. So
Yeah.
John asked, will Blue Diamonds be redeemable for break credit at any point? We don't currently have any plans to make Blue Diamonds available for break credit. But if there are certain kinds of things that you guys are looking for, memorabilia, different things like that, feel free to let us know. We're open to options, ideas on different types of prizes that we can use for the Blue Diamond rewards. But in the current short term, we don't have any plans to do break credit as Blue Diamonds. So, but
Cool.
right on. Well, that brings us past our 10 o'clock time. Hit us up if you want to go to the Twins game tonight. Aside from that, breaks are dropping now. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us always. Keep enjoying the road trip. The road trip has been super, super fun.
Mhm.
It's been a blast to watch that go. All of the daily prizes have been awesome to
Yeah.
watch and see all of these sweet things that are
Just
given
cool
away.
stuff you never
every
see.
day.
Yeah.
Like these are things I feel like if I win, I'm keeping it, and I'm not playing. But
Right.
if I win, I'm keeping it in my PC just because it's
100%.
cool and unique. So keep hammering the road trip, and let's get ready for the national. We'll
Thanks,
see you
guys.
soon.